Hey everyone, today it's the 29th of December and we're getting close to New Year's, so I thought I would do a small reading today and give us a little bit of guidance and direction on where we're sort of heading coming into 2020, which is a very big turning point in a lot of our lives. Like, I know for a lot of people that 2019 has certainly been a year to kind of reflect on. And for some of us, it's not been an easy year. There's been a lot of up and downs. And I think we can see this like all around, really. If we certainly put the news on, there's been a lot of things happening in all different places. I mean, I know here in Australia, we're suffering a lot of drought with the farmers. We've got extreme fire conditions here at the moment with the heat. So there's a lot of things that sort of happen in our lives that can really affect us excuse me, on a collective level. So I thought I'd just do a little bit of a card reading today and see where we're sort of heading. Just bear with me while I shuffle where we're heading into 2020 and see if we can get a little bit of guidance as to how we can approach the year ahead. I'm going to actually be doing these from my Healing Angel cards, and we're going to just sort of see what pops out. I thought I'd make it just a general collective reading, and we can just see what messages and what guidance are sort of coming through for us to approach the new year and the new start to the year. Hopefully it won't go as quickly as the last year did. That absolutely flew, I think, for most people. So we're just going to shuffle and just see what pops out. The first card. I'm just going to let a couple just drop out. Got the air conditioning on today. It's so hot outside. It's about 35 degrees here, and it's very, very hot. I'm just going to pick some cards at random, and we'll just see if anything else pops out for the collective. So I think that might be enough to actually start the reading. Now, the first thing that comes up is the meditation card. Now, whenever I see meditation, it's about taking control of your life again. So it's about slowing your life down. It's about doing the things that relax you and allow you to just be. So again, it's about really getting back to the now. Like I've said in some videos of mine before, meditation isn't just about, sitting on a rock like this particular person is and sitting still in the yoga position. Meditation can be anything that brings you relaxation. So it could be that you sit and read a book. It could be that you just sit out under the trees and have a nice cool drink at the end of the day. It could be that you go for a horse ride. So meditation for everybody is different, but the focus of this card is that you have to meditate. These are the ways that you'll get through next year, is to find that time for yourself and that little bit of time to relax and unwind. And that's a really important part of the message today, is to find that space and that meditation. Enchantment. Now, to me, enchantment is always about finding that magical and whimsical sort of part of your life. Like, I feel that the message in this is to not lose sight of your dreams and the directions and the things that you want to have happen. And also it's about escaping from your life as well. So to me, it's also about, there's nothing wrong with going to a movie and watching a really good movie and escaping into that, or watching like a series on TV. These are the things that sometimes can take us away from our life, and it can give us that whimsical space and those childlike feelings that help us sometimes to create a sort of a distraction, I guess, from our busy lives. So the enchantment card to me is definitely, you can see it there, is definitely about finding that escapism, because these are the things that help us to cope when our life is stressed or have times of anxiety. These are the ways that you can manage yourself and to get through them, is by lightening up your life and sometimes just doing the simple things like escaping into that sort of whimsical, magical, childlike world. Now, study. For some of you, there may be study. You can't see that with the light there. I'll try and hold that back a bit. Now, study can be meaning the book, but study can relate to a lot of other things. You might take something on, like you might do a cooking course at your local TAFE, like that's also a form of study, or it could mean that you regain a bit of traction and you go back to something that you've really wanted to do all your life, that you've sort of dismissed thinking that you didn't have the abilities, and now with your own sort of wisdom you feel that you could actually achieve that goal in your life. So study can be a lot of things, but really if there's something that you've always sort of been inclined and really wanted to do, I would start to look into that in 2020 and sort of try and see if you can move those sort of passions forward. And that's really what studying is about. It's about going back and finding those passions or moving yourself forward in a sort of logical and a way that's going to help you with your life and creating the things that you want. Now, truth and integrity. Now, this is something that I feel is an area that we all need to start looking at more. I feel that people have really lost their way a lot in life, and there's a real lack of kindness and integrity out there that has sort of disappeared over the years, and I feel that this is a place that we all really need to go back to. There's a lot of changes happening out there in society. There's a lot of things going on that are really starting to make people come back to their truths and their integrity. And this is about having respect for people. It's about showing kindness, and it's about being really true to yourself and respecting yourself as well. So I think that truth and integrity, and if we look at the pictures there, you can see that she's actually getting nurtured by a lot of kindly young souls. It's about really taking care of yourself and respecting yourself, and also respecting other people, because you are supported. And that card clearly shows to me that next year you'll really be supported with anything that you're sort of approaching. If you do it in a really honest and truthful way with great integrity, you'll always get supported through those situations. Now, another card here we've got is listening. You can see that they're listening to their guidance. This card actually represents definitely the guidance that we're being given from our higher mind, from the things that are synchronistically happening around us. So and I also have a video on listening, how it's really important that we also become better listeners in life. A lot of us want to be heard, and we don't sort of really hear what people are actually saying. And it's a real gift if you can start to become a better listener in your life. It will make such a difference to the way that people perceive you. Because if you're actually being an active listener and you're really letting people be heard, it makes them feel really good. So listening can be many things. It's definitely a card that's indicating that you start to listen more to your gut feelings. You listen to the signs and the synchronicities and the things that are kind of going on around you, and you start to take notice of these things because you are being divinely guided to next year. And this happens, but a lot of people can tend to ignore these things and kind of dismiss messages that are being sent to them. So it's really about opening your eyes and your ears up and really starting to listen to the things that are going on around you, as well as, like I said, starting to improve and become a really good listener. And by listening, you can always learn, and I think that's really the message in this card. When you're listening, you're learning, but when you're sort of talking, it means you're not hearing anything. So basically, the message of that card is definitely about listening. Not only to signs and things, but also to other people, and, you know, support them in what they're saying and let them be actively heard. Now, in the reverse, we have Archangel Michael. I'll just turn that around so you can see. Now, Archangel Michael is known as a very, very strong spirit guide. So obviously next year, there's divine guidance that's helping you on your journey next year in 2020, and it's helping you to sort of find a clear path. I mean, a lot of us can easily lose our way, and sometimes this is what it's all getting back to. It's about spiritually finding yourself and guiding your own soul and trying to find your way back to those really great feeling places that make us feel strong again. Because sometimes we lose our way, we get caught up in the materialistic world and the things that really aren't that important. but it's trying to find that balance. Yes, we need a roof over our head, and we have to work and earn money to live and eat, and these are important things, but they're not everything. And if your soul and your spirit isn't in a healthy state, then you're not going to be feeling good about your life. So it's, again, Archangel Michael is coming, and that could be any spirit guide, not just Archangel Michael. He's representing the way you're going to be guided next year is through spirit. So we're going to be really getting back to that really spiritual place and feeling really good about ourselves. Now, I'm just going to pick one more card, and we're going to pick the outcome card for 2020. I'm just going to go with the random card, Trust. So again, this is a great card. I want you to just start to trust what's going on in your life and what's happening around you. No matter what is going on in your life, you can get through these things. We all have experiences that lead us to certain places or improve our wisdom and growth. So you have to really learn in 2020, the message is to trust in what's happening and what's going on around you, because you're being divinely guided. And looking back at the reading, if you watch this again, you'll really start to understand what's going on, and just trust and allow the universe to guide you, because sometimes your higher mind has a clearer way of seeing things than we do in this 3D dimension that we actually live in. Sometimes we just can't see things from that higher perspective that our souls and our spirit and that can sort of guide us to in our journey. So hopefully some of this helped you a little bit on approaching 2020. I know everyone has a different journey, but it's what you do and how you learn from these things that can really help you to grow and help your spirit and your soul to stay strong. So have fun. Thanks for watching my videos today. I would also like to thank all my great subscribers and the people on my channel who are watching me. And I hope some of these tips and ideas are helping you when it comes to the things that you're going through in life as well. So thanks again for watching. Hit the like button, and I will see you very soon. Bye.